Okay, I've never tried to record with OBS, so this will either work or it will not work. Let's hope it does, because I don't want to redo it with something else. I want to talk about crew points today. This is something I think that's wildly overlooked by the player base, um, and can give you a real edge. It is what some of the top players do, but they don't talk about it very much, so let's look into it. I mean, I think we all know about bombers, but let's do this by type of aircraft and then what you might want to do. So in a bomber, your pilot's abilities here are fairly who cares. You want your vitality to be pretty high because it's so easy to get one shot at it feels like when you're in a bomber. But stamina, G tolerance, awareness, I would keep these way low. I mean, I wouldn't worry about them for a while. The first thing you want to do is max out your gear here. So I don't really do I don't have one of these that I go straight into. I try to just kind of balance number of experienced gunners, fire accuracy, and precision. Those three being the top, and then I'll do a little bit on vitality, um, to, keep the gunners alive, followed by stamina, and finally G tolerance, because stamina actually lets them aim a little bit better over time. But if you find that you're not flying very long, then maybe that's less of a priority to you. But for any bomber, this is the first area I really want to drive my points into. Um, Logistical services, this is going to match fighter planes when I get to that here in a second, so we'll go over it. And I guess while I'm here, there's really nothing for me to put points in except for G tolerance or stamina. Ah, sure, let's do stamina. It doesn't matter. Um, but again, and these accelerated trainings, yeah, you have to pay for some of them, or you can just grind it. I've done plenty of grinding to ace, especially in like the BF 109s, and not used eagles. So don't think that you have to until, of course, you do get to that point where you literally, well, you don't have to. See, it makes it seem like you do, but if I were to play enough in the 109 E4, I can still ace it without using eagles, or you can bring the price of those eagle or the upgrade down. But any aircraft that you fly on a regular basis, you need to be coming into qualification. You need to be going up to expert or whatever the next level is for you if it just costs silver lions. Very important because you're getting +3 everything just to get to expert. Ace is +5, or no, I'm sorry, it adds +2, so for a total +5. This is this is really just crucial and so easy to do. Like I have a couple of these that I should probably do right now, um, but I don't think I really fly any of these, so I don't really care. All right, so let's move over to the fighter plane. Probably the most important to everybody out there, really. Um, Going to the crew. Okay, my crew's maxed out here. So in a fighter plane, in arcade, and keep in mind this advice is for arcade, and it applies to every single nation. So there's that too. It's air, arcade, all nations. All right. So especially in an aircraft like a BF 109, that this is a true fighter plane. G tolerance. Oh my gosh. Get that tolerance up and get it up quickly. Okay? Stamina's your next one probably to get that better aim. And then after that, I would say vitality. And of course, while you're doing this, put points into the others. Just don't put as many. So keen vision and awareness, I would keep those to the very end because you can get close enough, right? I could probably leave this at 1 and be okay. But look, I got +5 automatically just because of that cheap silver line qualification bonus. Well, +3, and then 2 more for the the ace. Um, Obviously in defensive, you don't need to bother, but I fly this plane so often that I just keep getting points. So what am I going to do? I put them places. Now, this one's actually something I think is overlooked the most. Reload speed. Oh my gosh. Like, how long do you want to be sitting there waiting to reload? The time gains you get out of this are life and death. If your reload speed is low and your enemy's reload speed is high, uh, that's it. And he's just going to reload faster and take you down. Game over. Repair rank, I don't even really know what that has to do with anything. Uh, Somebody can probably add it in the comments. I don't care. I get to that last. Repair speed I also get to last as well. Well, sorry, before rank I do speed because when you're sitting on the airfield after a capture, if you're damaged and you need a repair, I can get this thing repaired in 8 seconds. And that's just wild. 8 seconds. And weapon maintenance though. So you got speed, maintenance. I would probably just dual fill these. Maintenance is actually reducing the amount of jams. It's actually keeping your weapons more accurate. It's just this little thing that, again, it gets super overlooked. And can't emphasize it. And so maintenance probably would be first on a 109 because it has a lot of ammo. Or if you're an American fighter, again, you would probably do maintenance first. Reload speed is more like Russian or just any plane that has a low amount, a small ammo can, kind of like the DO-335. Speed is crucial here. Qualification, again, don't waste like 16,000 light. That's nothing when you have 57 million, but just just do that. And then like here, the A5, I don't know how often. I don't think I fly this thing hardly ever. Oh yeah, I do have the A5U2, but I don't think that's what this is. I would not spend 820 eagles to upgrade it. I would just keep grinding. Do you see the slider? I can't actually show you, but if you look down below, it's showing you how many research points before it gets to ace for free, which is 440,000. An insane amount, right? But I'm doing it. I'm doing it constantly. So, if anything, get the price down to 205 eagles, 330,000, or just the first one. You get down to 410. So, all doable without paying any money. I think that's why I love Era Arcade so much, is that I don't see an advantage. I don't see a pay to win. Um, I see a pay to get there quicker, absolutely, but not so much a pay to win. Um, we already covered pilot, I hope, but if we didn't, yeah, we did. G tolerance is number one, and then yeah, so we covered that. And you don't read it. You don't have to worry about your defensive armament in a fighter plane. But I crank it up just in case I have to swap out crews. So something like an attacker, or sorry, interceptor, it just follows the same logic. Well, it looks like I need to do some work on this guy, but I don't really use it that often. Defensive armament, there's only, what, one gunner on this thing, I think. So, no need to add more experienced gunners. It does help, I think. Oh, never mind. It doesn't help. So, at this point, I'm looking at my gunner gets killed a lot, and maybe yours doesn't. Maybe you're in an aircraft that doesn't have that same problem, or the gunner can't aim very well. I do have that issue on this plane too. So I'm gonna go in real time and kind of show. I would do a stamina, vitality, and let's apply and see what's left over for logistical services. Repair rank is low, just like I said. It's too bad I can't do either one of these. And I don't think there's a great reason to crank up the repair speed. Even though this is the plane I used to land, I usually do that suicidally. So, use your points carefully. Make sure the qualification, oh, right, I'm not an ace. I don't like this plane enough, and I'll grind it eventually. So, Nah. Um, yeah, that's tempting though. But it's 590. Yeah, if it was like 20 like this one, I would do it. But no, 590 is too much. Um, so I think I'm just gonna go back to see what the pilot has. Pilot's in pretty good shape, and we have only enough points for one more. I'm gonna make sure stamina matches vitality. That's it on those, and then finally, the only other aircraft type really is just the like the strike aircraft, and for that, pretty much the same stuff. You want to do G tolerance first, even though you're probably not going to pull too many Gs unless you're going straight down. Um, Stamina, depending on, just watch. How many times does your pilot get knocked out? If it's a lot, then crank up your stamina. Or, sorry, vitality. Stamina is all around good because it helps you aim. Um, Gunners don't matter, of course, and then this is all the same as a fighter. Well, here's where you would want your reload speed higher because this aircraft carries fewer weapons or fewer bullets. And you can see the calculations how fast you can. So the base reload on the 30 mil cannon on the 30 yeah cannon is what 60 friggin' seconds, and mine's 20 seconds. So that's worth it. It's very much worth it. Then you can see the calculations across the others as well. I don't want to drag this out into a long video just so I have watch hours. I just kind of want to get straight to the point. Um, I think that really covers crew for Air Arcade. I know it's a bigger deal. I think people talk about it more with tanks, but it really is. It's a huge deal here, and that's another reason why even though maybe you just play 4-3 and then this is where you stop, which honestly pretty fun, but those research points that you're bleeding off into other aircraft can be used back on these, or you can even slap a talisman on the best planes you have, and then feed down the line pretty far. So like a 109 trop, where's it at? Here. Just from these two aircraft having that, I unlocked this whole line. I mean, all the way to jets. I don't play jets, so I had to do it from here. All of that. It did not take that much time that I can recall. And then everything else just goes right back into the planes, the pilots' skills. So that really covers what I wanted to talk about. Um, would love likes, subscribes, whatever. Um, I do live streams. I'll get a schedule down soon, but right now they're, you know, pretty much guaranteed to see one on the weekend, Saturday afternoon probably. Um, I might try to do more after work. It just my work is very draining on my brain, and also I'm sitting at the same desk, so don't really love doing that. Um, but yeah, and also please comment like anything you want to see that doesn't get talked about a lot. Um, and also, I would love it if anyone would leave comments. See, I'm doing this on YouTube, right? Because of the quality. It's 1440p. I can send to YouTube, and then you can enjoy it at that quality. Now, if I go over to Twitch, the barrier to like monetize or whatever is so low, and it's a lot easier to get followers. But I'm not going to do Twitch until I can find a way to dual stream in a way that doesn't affect the quality of YouTube. Now, if you guys think I'm being insane, please let me know. I'd happily stream to whichever platform folks prefer. YouTube will always get streamed to. Its quality just might come down a bit that to Twitch levels, which I don't really enjoy. So, yeah, outside of all that, that's all I got. Hope you have a good day, and check out some of those live streams if you just want to see kind of how I play. And please give me any requests just kind of what you would like to see. And oh, right, one last thing. I do have this little thing on the side I can't see because I'm in game, but it's just saying my average like score or placement per battle is in the top 97%. So like I don't know. Let's look at the scoreboard here. Statistics, leaderboards. Um, so 97 percentile in the top three, and then that other thing breaks down my score so that you can see average score per game. I'm not after I don't care about this PvP rank. I don't even really understand how it works. It's something to do with Silver Lions. So my question is, if you have a Silver Lion booster on, does that affect it? Because that would be pay to win, or at least pay to rank. Um, I know winning matches is a huge deal if you want to crank that number up, but I just care about score and overall placement. And for 97%, I think that's like top 40 players, something like that. I'll probably change the script to show like what place I'm in as well. So that's just all right. That's all I've got. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out and put it up as some kind of crew training video. Hopefully this all worked. I've never recorded on OBS, so wish me luck and have a good day.